Hello, I hope your day is going well, and let's jump in and show you how to get some rock drake eggs real quick. So one of the easiest way to get rock drake eggs is of course going to bring a yearling, and if you have a Cosmo, bring your little buddy along with you. He might be able to help you get out, and bring a cryopod just in case things go wrong and you need to cryo up your yearling. Alright, so to do this, we need to go to the blue zone. Alright, so if we can look, we're in the green zone, that's the blue zone down there. This is kind of the big tree in the middle. Where the green meets the blue zone. I can show you on the map real quick. Doesn't really help a lot though, so you can see where we are. We're basically right out in front of us is where we're going, straight out ahead. Alright, so if you see up ahead, that's the spine there with the purple ring in it, and I'm going to show you on the map where that's at. Open up the inventory map so you can zoom in and out. Alright, so it's going to be about here, and even on the map, it has the little skull and dragon head, or dinosaur head, whatever the kind of dinosaur this is down there. This is where we're going, right? This head is where we're going to end up landing. So when we go down here, from the head to the east here, right, will be where the rift is. Now there's radiation down here, so you need your suit, and you may need several suits in case yours breaks. Now another thing you can do is you can just take the walking path down with your, if you have a bunch of Spinos tamed, you can do 1, maybe 2 or 3 Spinos if you wanted. As long as they're high level, strong Spinos, and you go down there and just eat the entire rift, right? Just go down there and just eat everything with those Spinos. And that's one way of doing it. You can get all the eggs you want if you do it that way. One issue, though, is if you kill all the drakes in the area, the eggs won't come back. If you do happen to kill all the drakes in the area, the eggs in the nest won't come back until the drakes come back, basically. But if you don't, you can de-render and re-render in the nest, and the eggs will immediately come back, so then you can get as many as you want. A lot of players like to go where we're going. There's going to be one egg right there ahead of us. A lot of players like to grab that egg, de-render, re-render, and grab it again. Alright, so we'll show you how to do this safely with the yearling. Safely is relative. When you're dealing with rock drakes, there's no telling what'll happen. They can sometimes hit you and mess you, and then, or at least in ASA, they can mess you. And then, again, can kill you. So, we'll show you where this first egg is. Remember we said we go east. Alright, which is, if you're looking at the dragon, like backwards, like where it's looking out, you're looking in, you go to the right. If you're looking the same direction as it is, you would go to the left. Alright, so this is the rift here. It continues on back over there, which we'll show you in a minute. This is the first egg you can grab. This one's really easy to get to. Alright, you can see the rock drakes down there with their invisibility. You can use your dash to jump up into the... Oh, yeah, you don't want to do what I just did. Alright, so I messed that up, and now we got drakes after us already. You can use your dash, hit a wall, jump, use your dash, hit a wall to get higher. Alright, the problem is drakes can climb, so now we have to get rid of this drake before we can get the egg. So we'll just lose him for a minute. Once you have the egg, all the drakes in the area will come after you. You can drag them back over to the skull, the bones and stuff, and lose them over there and then come back. That's also a great way to de-render, re-render the egg. Did we lose the drake? Or is he probably still down below us freaking out? No, don't. Sometimes it glides, sometimes it dashes. Can't decide what it's going to do on the first jump. Okay, there we go. Alright, we got to be careful. Grab the egg and get back on the yearling and go. Do our little jump up. Use the jump button to latch on to a wall. Jump off. Boost up. We've gotten all the rock drakes in the area mad at us. So they'll be after us here pretty soon. We just get to moving and get out of here. We can use our dash up. We can keep rising in elevation. We can technically climb all the way out of this place like that. And the longer we're in here, the more radiation damage we're taking. So our suit is slowly melting down. Alright, so all you have to do is get back over to where the skull is at. The skull and bones on the ground here. We'll just call it the dead dragon. I think that this is going to be easier. Here's the dead dragon. I don't know what. A giant dragon. Latch on, jump, dash. Latch on, jump, dash. Watch your stamina. Came down with using one with 2,000 stamina. You might not need it that high. It doesn't look like getting anywhere near running out. And we can get back up on top of this. And it's kind of... Oh, there's a drake up here. I'm going to say, usually it's hard for the drakes to actually make their way up here, but I think this one spawned up here. Alright, so we can wait here for a minute. They'll start chasing us. If a bunch of them chase you over here and they're all hanging out down here, you can drag them back around in this U. right? Get them back up and over in there. And then just jump over this and head back that way. And they'll be stuck over here for the most part. Alright, so then we can go back. Oh, Yeeling's running out of food already. The Yeeling tears through food, so you may want to have a couple of stacks of food in their inventory. As you can see, it's pretty easy to do this with a Yeeling. Alright, and so did we get far enough away? Yes, we did. The egg is back. And if you can get a high level... If you can get a high level drake like this, you can find a high level egg, you can continue respawning that egg, basically. If you don't mind latching on walls all the way up and just jumping up with a Yeeling, you can get out that way. It's faster just to use the Cosmo to get out of here. So you can crawl up your Yeeling once you're in a safe place and just Cosmo up and out. Again, if you don't have a Cosmo, the Yeeling can get out just by doing what we're doing here. Right, latch onto a wall, jump, hit dash, goes up, latch onto a wall, jump, hit dash, and you'll slowly make your way out. So watch your stamina. The Yeeling can recover stamina while latched onto a side of a wall. And you just make your way back up along this spine, right? And get back out of here. There is a walking path. So if you stand on the tip of the dead dragon here and you look across the way, see that path there? It guts up, goes around, cuts back up through, and goes all the way back up. It kind of zigs around all the way back up and will bring you out of here, all the way to the top. It's just a really long walk. So, but if you brought Spinos, that's the way you got to get out. If you're on a PvP server, you'll have to be careful doing it that way because it's a long walk, and if players know what you're doing, they may just assault you to try to get your rock drake eggs. Now, just to make sure the rock drake nest is clear and where it's at, we can see this dead dinosaur here, the dragon we're calling it, right? And we'll just go, if you fly into its mouth, right, we're facing the same way it is, to the right, all right, so the east. We'll head over here. This might not be, it was east on the map, yeah, it was kind of northern east. You'll head this way. All right, so we'll speed it up, and the first rock drake egg, very rarely is a high level rock drake egg, and this one was the easiest one to grab and get out of without getting in too much trouble. If you're really brave and you're really good at handling the Yeeling, you can go further on. And so if we head further this way, you'll see there's a wall you run into. You go up and over that wall, there's more rock drake eggs. Look at them. Look at all those eggs over there. So there's lots of nests over here. All right, so you just keep going down this rift here, and basically on both sides of the rift are going to be rock drake eggs. On ASA, there was a cave up above the rift that had a bunch of rock drakes in it. I'm not sure if it's here on ASA or not. But if it is, then you'll have the same issue. And if we keep going back, you can see this rift just keeps going. There's more eggs here. All right, more over there. And it just keeps going further and further back. So you can come in here and clear this all. Players like to do it with Reapers and like to do it with Spinos. Others with just army of rock drakes come in here and just clear everything out and gather all the eggs once. If you kill everything, of course, the eggs don't respawn. Right, then you reach another wall like this, go up and over it, and there's even more eggs in another rift. Alright, so you just go over it and the rift continues on the other side. We'll speed up, we'll head over to the other side here, and then we'll drop down into this other rift. And as you can see, there are eggs over here as well. So there are a lot of rock drake eggs on the map. You're going to need something with a lot of weight if you're going to be collecting all of them. And the cool thing is you can just do a loop in here, right? If you have a rock drake, especially with a lot of weight, you can just come in here, grabbing all of these, doing a loop, and you just move through here. Now, be careful if it's anything like ASE, the rock drakes can mesh your rock drake and get you stuck. It'll shove it just slightly underground and it'll get stuck. So avoid if your rock drake is being attacked by other rock drakes, do your best not to stand on these purple blackish rocks like this. If the rock drake gets smashed into the mesh a little bit, it will get stuck in underneath those, and you won't be able to get it back out. Although you can with a crowd pod, I guess. But if we continue on through the rift, we'll come up to a split where you can go left and right. The left will take you to more eggs, and then you can turn around and come back and go right. All right, we'll go left for now to show you the eggs. All right, so there's another egg here. If you go up and over this, it'll show this is the walking path that we were looking across at earlier. All right, so you can technically come down through here and grab that egg off of that. right there, and then jump and run back up this way. So once you grab the egg at the end there, you can go up and over onto the walking path we just showed you, or you can come back around this way. Either way, it doesn't matter, as long if you're on a rock drake especially, you can go fast. So you cut back through to where these waterfalls are at, and then you can take this path here over to the right, instead of trying to fly over the water and kind of stay over land. You could technically fly your rock drake through there if you're very confident in not landing in that water. But you can just take this path here. Alright, if you follow the walking path up, you can go left here and swing out around that way, or you can go right. Either way, it brings you right back into the rock drake rift, where all the eggs are at, and you can just start doing your circle again. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button. Have an awesome day.